We begin today with the Beijing International Film Festival. Young Chinese director Chen Jianying's short film, The Water Murmurs, won the Palme d'Or Award at the Cannes Film Festival in May. The 27-year-old is the third Chinese director to win this award. At the ongoing Beijing International Film Festival, Chen spoke with the CGTN's reporter Caroline Wu, sharing the stories behind the award-winning film and her insights on the role of young directors in the development of Chinese film.
Your short film, The Water Murmurs, won the award for the best short film at the Cannes Film Festival. Can you talk me through your inspiration behind the film?
Before this short film, I haven't been able to shoot any of my original content for about 2 years due to the pandemic or due to the lack of trust for young filmmakers in the industry. But in the end, I was suffering from a lot of self-doubt and questioning myself and about the values and the purpose of my career, what I'm doing, a lot of that kind of question. Eventually, I came up with this idea of creating a surreal setting to talk about the emotions and the thoughts of the current youth, particularly me. There are a lot of my personal emotions in this short film. So, in a nutshell, it's more about how do you perceive yourself and the world around you during seemingly tragic times.
How does it feel to be a Cannes award-winning director at such a young age?
It's such a surprise and an honor. It really offered me great confidence in myself. You know, actually, when I heard the nomination, I still questioned myself whether I deserve even just a nomination. So when I went to Cannes, I really enjoyed talking with people, like what they see in my film. And I heard words like poetic, like peace, like past, future, and present. Those are the topics that I really want to convey in my film. And that's when actually I kind of regained the confidence in myself, because I know my audience is really in a conversation with me. They see what I intended to show, and that makes me feel like my work is valuable, and what I'm doing is actually something pretty important.
A lot of protagonists in your film are women, particularly from minority groups. What drives you to put the spotlight on Asian women and portray their stories?
I guess because I'm an Asian woman. Like one principle that I have for all the stories that I create is to be sincere and never portray a group that you are not familiar with. It's really important to portray people you can really empathize with, and you really know their stories, and you can know their struggle and know how they come along this way. Every protagonist in my films has a part of me. They're not exactly me, but they bear some part of me, either my emotion or my experience or my thoughts, my ideas, my perspectives. So I guess that's why they are always Asian women or women in my films.
You were born at 1995. Do you think you have something in common with Gen Zers directors?
The individuality it's probably something that's evident in our generation. Like the path that each one has gone through is so different, and that made us. We are a generation, but we are so different from each other. Like the topics we focus on, the techniques we use, the visual style, it's so different. But I think that's interesting as well, because the world now is more diversified, and each director has his or her own perspective. I think it's good for the creation of various different kinds of films.